good. How are you, mate?
Just tuck it in there because it's just a drink.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better.
Boys.
Perfect.
No worries. How are you, mate?
How are you? How are you? Yeah, all good. I've been through this. That doesn't worry me.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
All good, man.
Are they?
Nice. You're not nervous, are you?
I don't do it. I'll do my time there and then move somewhere else, but yeah, job is a job.
Yeah, I said I was going to the pub. Last year it was a Friday, so I made she goes to St. Killian, so it's a Catholic school. So I made a deal with the principal that if I sang Danny Boy, that's how I got into the school.
Yeah, Bobby.
Steve.
You look nervous, mate.
How are you, mate? No.
You still got
I made
5
a deal
minutes
that
to
if I
run.
sang Danny Boy at the mass, then I
Actually, a
could
lot of
dress
people have
whatever
been
I
saying
want
that
to
way.
do. And so then I said,
the time's getting shorter.
Yeah.
The priest met me there.
It went from
And then
10,
my partner's picking
10
me up,
down to
so
4,
drinking 3:30,
down to
like, I'm drunk.
Oh, man.
a minute.
Congratulations, Cherree and Robert.
Help! Help! Gosh, David, why didn't we get here quicker?
There's like absolutely no free way to say that. We could have maybe got out the other side. Look, this is yours. Not elegant.
Grab that stubby hole. Oh, elegance, elegance.
Are we going up Lisa?
We'll be back.
Alright, let's go. Wait, stay there.
Selfie stick, correct? We know that. Got it here, correct?
Kiss me, I love the bearded barley nightly beside the green, green grass. Swing, swing, swing the spinning step. You wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand. kiss me. Kiss me down by the broken tree house. Swing me, our bones hanging tight. Please be seated. Family and friends, as your celebrant today, I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriage according to law. We are gathered here today to witness the joyful marriage of Cherree and Bobby. They have asked you here today because each of you hold a significant place in their heart, and without you, they would not have become the people that they have to have found one another. We share with them their delight in finding love and support their decision to be together from now until the end of time. Today is a time to pause, look back, and to smile at all of the moments that brought them here, and to look ahead to the moments that are still yet to come. Cherree and Bobby first swiped right on the 9th of February 2016. They are very grateful for Tinder, I'll let you know, because without it they would not be here today. Cherree and Bobby messaged for a while before arranging to meet for dinner at the Exchange in Bendigo. They discovered that they had a lot in common. They spent the night talking about family, about friends, about travel, and about wine. Cherree admits that she really enjoyed her first date with Bobby, and she thought that he was nice enough, but she wasn't sure about all the hair. I think I need to see a picture. Soon afterwards, Cherree met up with her close friend Louise, and as girls do, they discussed the first date. Now I'm sure there was a lot of wine involved, and a lot of giggles because he became known as the hairy monster. Now I'm delighted to say that Cherree was able to look past all the hair and give Bobby a second a go. They met again for a second date, and for the third date, well, Bobby just invited himself. He heard the words, beer. They attended the Bendigo Beer Festival, and it has now become an annual event, and it's on again next weekend, so everybody here is welcome to attend with them and celebrate their third anniversary. They both agree that by the end of this date that they were pretty smitten. It wasn't long before Bobby invited Cherree to his hometown to meet the folks. This is where he met the Kennedy family, and believe me, there was a lot of them. Bobby's mother, Mary Ann, had put on a massive lunch as a thank you to all of the musicians. Mary Ann was so excited to meet Cherree because Bobby had spoken so highly of her, but she remembers feeling very guilty that she wasn't able to give her full attention. However, it really didn't matter because Cherree just mucked in at the first opportunity. She calmly took the reins in the kitchen when all hell broke loose. She managed to get all of the musicians watered and fed before they went off to the concert. Nothing seemed to faze her. She was a trooper, and Mary Ann was won over instantly. When Anthony and Mary Ann found out that Cherree was a police prosecutor, they were instantly reminded of one of Bobby's cousins, Kevin. Now, I don't know if he's here, is he? Okay, I'll tell the story then. So Bobby brought home this beautiful lady to a family gathering. She looked around and she quickly realised that she recognised someone at the table. And she asked Keith, did I call him Kevin? She asked Keith, how do you know this bloke? To which he replied, sure, he's my uncle. She had arrested him the weekend before. It's all too very true. Anthony and Mary Ann are very, very welcome to have Cherree in their family. They describe her as a gorgeous person. She is a loving
a devoted sister, daughter, and granddaughter. They believe that Bobby and Cherree look after each other and love each other like no one else could. Bobby was introduced to Cherree's parents on Mother's Day 2016 in their Parrot home. They had other guests staying, so it was a complicated evening filled with laughter and some alcohol. Now, Bobby may recall the red cowboy boots and spurs, or is that something you're wanting to forget?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't given much more information, but if you want more on that, Graham's sitting right there.
He's the man to ask.
He is the man to ask. A few weeks later, Graham and Kerry came to visit Cherree in Bendigo. When they arrived, Cherree wasn't home. Now, for all of you out there, this is a valuable lesson. Never give your parents a spare key, because they let themselves in. In the dining room, they found a new labour of work constructed by Bobby. Now, they do say that he was very skilled with wood-making frames, but Cherree's picture, her choice of art exposé, was somewhat revealing, and probably not what they wanted to see, and definitely not for other people's viewing. Again, I think this is another story that you have to find Graham to understand. As I said earlier, Cherree and Bobby loved to travel. They'd been together for about 8 months when they decided to take a trip to Thailand together. Now, while there, Bobby told Cherree some beautiful words. He told her that he really, really liked her. Cherree told him she loved him twice, so she wasn't going to say it again until he did. So they bought a house together. They moved in November 2016. Still, he hadn't told her that he loved her. However, following Belle and Simon's wedding soon after, Bobby finally told Cherree that he loved her. And if you look at them, you can see love they do. They can't get enough of each other. They laugh, joke, talk about everything, and they keep their romance alive. Bobby has been a great support to Cherree when her nana passed away in January 2016, and again when her grandma passed away in January this year. Bobby is a great emotional support, and he's definitely her calming influence. To date, they've not had a single fight. Even in renovating a house, when you'd think someone would have a fight, they have not had a fight so far. But of course, there definitely is still time. Their love for their house and the decision they made to live in Kyneton is one they'll always be happy with. So on the 4th of May 2017, Bobby lied to Cherree.
I don't always.
I wouldn't lie to a police officer. You need to be very careful there.
Loud once. That's all.
So he told her that he'd won tickets to the fanciest restaurant in Melbourne. Now, you're not like your uncle, are you? He even put on a French accent, and Cherree fell for it. Just before the chocolate souffle was presented, a beautiful platter came out on which an engagement ring was presented. Amongst the mist and the tears, Cherree said yes, and she quickly got wedding planning. So, Bobby and Cherree, before you're joined in marriage, in my presence and in the presence of all these witnesses, I'm to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship that you're about to enter into. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others voluntarily entered into for life. Bobby and Cherree, your journey as husband and wife will be richly rewarding, and at times it will be extremely difficult. But most importantly, it's a journey that you will take together. Marriage is so much more than two legal signatures on a legal document. You are promising that you want to be with each other and only each other for the rest of your lives, and that you will do everything in your power to honour the promises that you're making today. I now ask you to declare your consent. I won't stand on your dress. Bobby, do you come here today of your own free will, intent on marrying Cherree and living your lives as best you can, supporting and respecting one another, forsaking all others?
I do.
Did everyone hear that? Cherree, do you come here today of your own free will, intent on marrying Bobby and living your lives the best that you can, supporting and respecting one another, forsaking all others.
I do.
So we've come to the point of the ceremony where they're going to say their vows to one another. There are no vows more solemn than the ones you are about to make. Although your vows are spoken in a matter of minutes, they are promises that will last a lifetime. For a marriage to be successful, you must be loyal, willing to make sacrifices for one another, and be supportive of each other's life goals and dreams.
I, Robert Emmett Kennedy, take you, Cherree Blair, to be my lawfully wedded wife. I promise to love and cherish you through everything our marriage brings. I promise to be your friend, your confidant and your calming influence. I promise to finish the renovations before we finish paying off the mortgage. I will be loving, fun and supportive. I will be faithful, kind and patient, till death do us part.
I, Cherree Blair, take you, Robert Emmett Kennedy, to be my lawfully wedded husband. I promise to love and cherish you through everything our marriage brings. I promise to be your friend, your confidant, and the voice of reason. I promise not to refold the towels after you've folded them. I will be loving, fun, and supportive. I will be faithful, kind, and patient, till death do us part.
I'll need Matt to step forward. Your wedding rings are a visible sign of the vows that you've made today. The hand that you hold and place this ring on will not stay the same. In time, wrinkles will form, calluses will come and go, and different scars may appear. Not only will each of you change physically over time, but internally you will change as well. Your values, hopes, dreams, things that were important to you today may not be over time. In 10, 20, 30 years, you will change, but your rings, they represent your vows and they remain consistent. The promises of love, cherish and respect that you've made for each other will be worn on your finger. A constant, like the love you will always have for one another.
Cherree, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love. Wear it as a sign to the world that you are my wife.
Bobby, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love. Wear it as a sign to the world that you are my husband.
Bobby and Cherree, as you go through married life together, I'm sure I join your family and friends in wishing you a very long, loving and happy life together. May your love remain as strong as it does here today. Bobby and Cherree, it is now with great pleasure that I pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your beautiful bride. So, ladies and gentlemen, Bobby and Cherree have asked their parents to be their witnesses today. For both Bobby and Cherree, they look at the relationships that their parents have and they aspire to be able to do something very similar. So if I could have those sets of parents up to the table, it would be fantastic.
I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is all right with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. I want to spend my life with you. Let me say, sing, baby, since we've been together. Ooh, loving you forever is what I need. Let me be the one you come running to. I'll never be untrue. Oh, baby, let's stay together. Loving you weather, times are good and bad, happy or sad. Ooh, yeah. Whether times are good, bad, happy or sad. Why people break up? Oh, and turn around and make up. I just came to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, the documents have been signed. Nobody's getting out of this now. So let me present to you Mr. and Mrs. Kennedy. Can we give them a round of applause? Now they want you all to just come forward, just to mingle and have a great, great day.
Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. Cause you're a sky full of stars. Cause you light up the path. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. 'Cause in the sky full of stars, I think I saw you. Cause you're a sky full of stars. I wanna die in your arms. Cause you get light